After traveling over 45 years through the universe, NASA's farthest and most ambitious spacecraft, Voyager 1, has sent out a last message that has left the scientific community awestruck and sent a chill down the spine of anyone who has ever gazed up at the stars and wondered what is out there. This weak but intentional signal cut through the veil of interstellar space and carried with it information unlike anything ever measured at the outermost reaches of our solar system. What Voyager 1 discovered in that final transmission has substantiated a decades-old fear, a prospect that has haunted on the edge of theoretical astrophysics for decades. Something unseen lurks out in the darkness just beyond the heliopause, the cosmic border between the solar wind and interstellar medium. In 1977, Voyager 1 has been humanity's quiet guardian, traveling further than any man-made object. With its twin Voyager 2, it was launched to explore the gas planets and then to keep on going, into the deep space. Having passed the orbit of Neptune and Pluto, and far gone from under the Kuiper Belt's influence, Voyager 1 finally crossed into interstellar space in 2012. From this point on, it was on its own, beyond the influence of any planetary magnetic field, drifting slowly through space. But even there, in the void, it kept sending back precious information, whispering secrets of the unknown to Earth over billions of kilometers. Over the past few months, however, mission scientists who watch over the Deep Space Network began observing strange anomalies in the data stream. At first, they attributed it to hardware degradation. Remember, Voyager 1 relies on radioisotope thermoelectric generators, not solar panels, to generate power, and its instruments long outlived their intended lifespan. Cosmic rays, temperature fluctuations, and degradation were to be expected. But this was something more. The signals started acting in ways that could not be explained by statistical noise or equipment malfunction. There was pattern. Rhythm. Within that rhythmic pattern was a variance in baseline readings, anomalies in magnetic flux density, plasma wave activity, and high-energy particle flow. As the signal was meticulously unraveled, it yielded something completely unexpected, a monumental distortion in the magnetic field at the heliopause. The solar wind, usually a soft outward stream of charged particles, appeared to be crashing violently against the counterpressure. This was not the textbook description of the gradual mixing of solar and interstellar winds. It was a compression, a squeeze from the outside, as if some outside force were pressing against the heliosphere itself. And it wasn't just magnetic compression. Voyager's particle detectors registered a sudden, sharp increase in high-energy particles, far beyond what cosmic rays alone could produce. These particles had no known origin within the solar system, and their energy levels suggested an acceleration mechanism that no astrophysical model could fully explain. But the most chilling part came next. In the last seconds before the signal cut out, the spacecraft's path was altered infinitesimally, enough to be measured by onboard equipment. No gravitational body within range. No identifiable object or force capable of causing the deflection. And yet, Voyager 1 had been displaced, not rotated or impacted, but pushed. Delicately, intentionally. The magnetometer, which had remained stable for decades, measured a wild fluctuation before it went flatline. The instruments did not shut down, they were muffled. And then, suddenly, the probe fell silent. This was no casual glitch. It was too coordinated. Too accurate. Something had contacted Voyager 1. Something that could change magnetic fields, deflect high-energy particles, and affect motion invisible, without a sign of itself. This wasn't the closing scientists had ordained. The degradation of the instruments on this probe was supposed to occur gradually, the signal grow weak, and disappear. But this was something altogether different. It was sudden, tight, and seemingly intelligent. The implications are mind-boggling. For generations, we thought the solar system lived in relative quiet, a peaceful neighborhood in a vast, uncaring universe. Voyager's last data transmission blows that out of the water. The patterns it uncovered have no precedent for any natural process we've ever seen in space. The information suggests regularity and order, much more than the messy, entropy-based phenomena characteristic of cosmic processes. One of the segments of the transmission registered a repeating low-frequency pulse, appearing at precise intervals. It was not from Earth. It was not from the Sun. And it was not from any familiar pulsar or deep space radio source. It was ambient. It was around Voyager. As if it had crossed into an area, not simply a part of space, but a sphere of influence. Could it be a natural feature we've never seen because no probe has ever gone this far? A massive, previously unknown object cloaked in an electromagnetic field? Or, more disturbingly, could it be artificial? A relic, perhaps, of an ancient civilization that set up markers or barriers at the edge of our solar system. The thought is no longer confined to science fiction. Astrophysicists long have raised such hypotheses quietly, but Voyager's signal has now brought those whispers into the arena of scientific consideration. If this edge is artificial or controlled, then everything is different. The concept of an edge to the solar system could be more than a physical boundary of solar reach. It could be a barrier, a boundary, and something might be guarding it. If Voyager 1, with its crude sensors and familiar path, was detected, what does that portend regarding the observers beyond? There is precedent in history for cosmic awakenings. Each great advance in astronomy has redrawn the position of humanity within the universe. Galileo's telescope demonstrated that we weren't at the center of the universe. The Hubble told us there were billions of galaxies other than our own. The James Webb Space Telescope now looks back in time to the formation of the first matter structures. And now Voyager has taught us that the frontier is not perhaps as empty as it seemed, it is possibly defended. One of the more unsettling details of the magnetometer readings indicates something even more bizarre, a synthetic feedback loop. The magnetic field surrounding the probe didn't just vary, it echoed Voyager's own emissions back to it, then went dark. As if the space surrounding it replicated the probe, then silenced it. Like a sensor recognizing input, then silencing additional response. That is not chance. That is reactive. Most in the scientific community are rightly reserved. Unusual claims demand unusual proof. But the lack of unnatural cause invites us to doors we never thought we'd be entering. If this was not a mechanical failure or cosmic accident, then it implies intelligence. Purpose. And if so, then the golden record, Voyager's symbolic gift to the stars, could have been heard. That record, that contains the sounds, languages, music, and images of life on Earth, was meant to be a greeting. But greetings are also confessions, of place, of biology, of weakness. If something caught Voyager, then it now knows we are here. And it now might know where to find us. Attempts to verify Voyager's information are currently being made. NASA repositioned other space telescopes to sweep the border area. The Interstellar Boundary Explorer, IBEX, is analyzing changes in energetic neutral atoms. New Horizons, which is not as far away, has been assigned to cross-check cosmic ray strengths. Radio telescopes on Earth are tuning into the same low-frequency pulses Voyager recorded. To date, the only response received is silence. Yet even silence is deafening. Astrophysicists are re-examining heliospheric models. Might a cosmic feature, such as a supermassive interstellar filament or a gravitational anomaly, be warping the boundary? Or did something create that warp? Speculations vary from exotic matter fields to alien megastructures, but they all have one thing in common: the data won't fit current paradigms. It doesn't add up, unless we can include the presence of the other. This poses ethical and existential dilemmas. Are we sending messages into the void? Are we going to try to respond, if responded to? Or has Voyager, in its virtuous quest, inadvertently prodded something we shouldn't have? It's too early for answers. What we do have is that Voyager's last gasp was no gradual decline, but a cinematic flash that has turned our understanding of cosmic isolation on its head. The probe didn't disappear, it got cut off. Something, or someone, shut down the channel. And that brings us to the present. For the time being, the scientific world holds its breath, poring over each frame of information, each twitch of radio quiet, each mysterious magnetic wobble in deep space. The public has also become fascinated. What started out as a celebration of technological staying power has become one of the biggest enigmas of the contemporary age. Voyager 1 has finished its mission, but its tale is still to be told. If it encountered something man-made, then we have, for the first time in human history, touched another intelligence. If it encountered something natural, then we have found a phenomenon that science does not understand. Either possibility, the boundary of the solar system is no longer merely a frontier, it is a threshold. Voyager's final signal is not the end of discovery. It's the beginning of encounter, of awareness. Whatever comes next, we know now that space is not empty. It is listening. And occasionally, it replies. So what do you suppose Voyager stumbled upon out there in the darkness? A natural anomaly? A guardian of the cosmos? Or something much more bizarre, something lurking at the perimeter of our cosmic playground? Tell us in the comments section below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more space revelations, and hit the little bell icon so you never miss an update. As always, keep your eyes on the stars, because they might already be watching back.